Hi, KMS. Mrs. Hines here. So today is Wednesday, February 24th, and we're going to be working in Floor Planner again. We're going to be using the dimensions today, meaning the measurements on your drawing. You're going to calculate out two math formulas. The perimeter, meaning how long are each of your walls. If you add all the sides of the outside of your space together, how many feet does that total up to? So you're going to find these dimensions and simply add them together. The other math problem that I want you to solve today is the area of your dream room. Why is this important? Most of the time when you go apartment shopping or house shopping, realtors or brokers will talk to you in terms of price per square foot. Well, what does that mean? What are you getting for that? The price per square foot in New York City is astronomical. You'll pay a lot of money to live in New York City because location costs money. You'll also pay a lot for location if you're like right on a beach. So a lot of that is determined by the area or the total space of your house. So to find the area of a rectangle, right? This is the formula right here. Area equals length times width. So if you have a simple shape, like a rectangle, you simply find the dimension of the one side, the dimension of the other, and multiply them together. Now, that's all fine and well, but if you have an irregular shape, meaning it's not a perfect rectangle, right? You might have to add the areas of two smaller rectangles together to figure out the area of your actual space. So that's what I was trying to show here is that this wall length was 29 feet, this wall length was 25 feet, versus this smaller section was like 7 by 9. So if I add those two areas together, I would get the total square feet of my property. So that's what I would be marketing for and advertising for. All right, let's show you how to do this. So when you go into Floor Planner, what I just discovered too, down at the bottom here, you can easily go in between metric and feet. And you can also throw a tape or a measurement on anything. There's also things under the settings where you can adjust the dimensions, but for today's purpose, you're just going to want to look at the two-dimensional, the top view of the floor plan. And then you're going to average, you're going to round. Okay, I don't need something to the nearest fourth, right? doesn't the tolerance, it doesn't matter, right? So go up to the nearest foot. If it's more than 6 inches, we're going to round up. And if it's less than 6 inches, we're going to round down because 12 inches are in a foot. So this 23 feet, 6 inch, 4 1/4 or whatever, we're not going to write all that. We're going to write 24. Okay. So on a separate piece of paper, I'm just going to do this. I'll just do it right down here. So I'll just insert a new slide. And you guys maybe have scrap paper, I'm thinking, or you can write this down as you like. But I'm just going to kind of draw these three shapes, right? So I'm just going to, on my piece of paper, just do 3 rectangles. I have one that looks like that. I have this bigger one and this skinny one right here. All right, so draw another rectangle, maybe. Right here. Another. Okay. And I'm just doing this so you can see like my thought process, right? It doesn't have to look exact. We're just using this to like show our math pretty much, right? So this is pretty similar to this shape. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to average out. I'm going to add all these numbers together. So it'd be like 24 plus 21 plus 18 plus this section here. Does it tell you this? It does, right? It's right here. So we'll call it 7 feet. Does it tell you this section? Oh, you can even just hover over the top of it. That's nice. I was going to be mean. I was going to have you guys take this number and subtract dimensions to get this, but I guess you could just hover over the top of it. Why reinvent the wheel, right? So that would round up to like say 4 feet. So I'm going to go through the whole thing and I'll just pause my screen so you don't have to watch me add, and I'll put those on my other thing. All right, guys, and through the magic of pausing and stopping, what I basically did is I just calculated, just figured out the average of all these lengths. So what I'm going to do to figure out the perimeter, I'm going to add these together. That's what you're doing when you add the perimeter of something. You're adding up all the outside numbers. So on your Chromebooks, you do have a calculator. If you click on that open circle down there, it's one of your apps installed, so you can feel free to use this if you'd like. So I'll just put it over here. So I'm just going to say, oh, sorry, on the struggle bus hard. All right. So we're going to say, all right, what is 24 plus 21 plus 19 plus 7 plus 4 plus 3 plus 8 plus 12. Bam. 98 feet. Okay. The units are just feet because we're adding them together. So what am I going to do with this information? I'm going to put it on my portfolio. So in a brand new tab, you're going to open up your Google Drive, and your portfolio lives hopefully in your Google Drive. And if you have not done so, I would definitely take some screenshots. If you were still designing yesterday, that's fine. You just want to show off your stuff. So make sure that on your CAD page that you show off any screenshots of your design, right? So I have mine right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a text box and I'm going to put all those numbers in, okay? So I'll say like per meter, and that's going to be 24 plus 21, held it by my number lock on. Plus 7 plus 4 plus 3 plus 8 plus 12. And that equals, da, 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 what do we say, 98? 98 feet. Awesome. So please include your perimeter of your design, and you can include it there. The next thing we're going to do is your area, right? So this is where it's going to get a little tricky. You're going to have to probably calculate multiple areas, right? I actually have an irregular shape here. I have 3 rectangles. There's no area formula for this weird shape, but there is area equals length times width. And that's going to get us through pretty much everything here. So area equals length times width for a rectangle, right? It's different for different shapes, but these are rectangles. So you're going to do like 24, and then we have to figure out what is this length right here. So I'm going to go, I didn't label that. I don't know why. 12. So go back to, it's going to be 24 times 12. Oh, I did. It's just under there. Times 12. And it's going to be this length times 3. What is this small length here? Well, I don't know. So I'm going to go and look at my drawing. And in between, so this is 24 and this is 8. So this must be 16. Do you see how I did that? I took this, I subtracted this one to get this length here. This has to be 16. And I'm just going to throw a tape on it. I wonder, does it let me? Yeah, it's pretty darn close, right? 16, close enough. So 3 by 16. I'll put that on my next 16 times 3. And then 19 times 7. So what do all of these equal? All right, we're going to go through and figure that out now. So on my calculator, I'll just clear that out. 24 times 12 equals 288. Bam, for that one. 16 times 3, and clear it out. 16 times 3, 48. And our final 19 times 7, 133. I'm going to add all those together. So 133 plus 48 plus 288 is total area of dream space. So add that together. 133, 48, 288. 133 plus 48 plus 288. Cool beans, 469 square feet. Now the units are squared because you're multiplying feet times feet. So 469 square feet. Awesome. Now I'm just going to be lazy about this. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to add this onto here. Cool beans. So that's going to kind of show like my math involved in this. Now, my thing has metric on this, so I'm going to fix that. I did screenshot it before I was really ready to. So again, when you hit that print screen button, you're going to want to say copy to clipboard. And when you're in your portfolio, I'm just going to delete this by putting backspace on it. You can click in a blank space and control V. That'll paste it in there. I suggest making these big and then zooming in. So then hopefully you're really showing off like your best of your best. That looks awesome. All right. So hopefully today, folks, here's what I'd like to have happen. Spend some time figuring out and screenshotting your final design, right? Something that's, worth showing off. You can have as many screenshots as you like. Please include a text box that shows your work. To calculate perimeter, you add all the sides. You can round up to the nearest foot. So something like 23 feet, 6.25 inch, we round it up to 24 feet. Something like 21 feet, 5 inches, because it's less than 6, it's less than half a foot, because a foot is 12 inches. We're going to go back down to 21. So that's why I got all those numbers here. And actually, I just want to see, I don't think I included that one number. So I'm going to go back and check my work. Otherwise, guys, please hit that blue publish button up here. It's going to show you what you want to publish versus what's out there in the world. So just hit that blue publish button again. Please, please, pretty please check this Google Sheet. These are the people that were able to turn in their portfolios to me. If you're not on here, you might be on a different tab down below. So just try to check through and see if you can find your name. If it's blank, I'm really, really looking forward to meeting with you or seeing if I can help you create that Google site, because that is how you get graded. So again, folks, today's goal is basically to calculate your perimeter and your area, show your math. It's a little tricky because you might have to add those up if you have a complex shape. I'll show off during our Google Meet in the morning. Otherwise, have a fantastic Wednesday. Show off your stuff during the meet. I don't want to be the one that's talking the whole time, so hopefully you have some friends that are willing to share their screens. And have a great time designing and calculating out your applied math. Thanks, folks.